because it's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Down. 90 Wolf. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Shoot.
Jones on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey!
To the backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Hit it.
They'll toss it to Smith. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Rock it. Yep. Hey, Delta.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Hey, Sam on.
Check now.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And some space here. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
40. Mike, 47. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Watch the motion.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Come on,
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 3, check 3.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, echo.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Bucky Hodges, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score, Bills 7, Dolphins 1.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of 3.
Go.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Drop deep.
Check. Fair.
Crouch. Kill.
Fight.
Jones now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Jim.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Middle.
Hey, Charlie.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Able to complete this one to McLeod. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Mike 52. You're not ready.
Allen now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Griffith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And again, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Ray McLeod with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. 2 excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
Yeah, they're off and running, even though they finished things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far. Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Exit.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
Here's Jones. Throwing again. That's caught by his tight end, Isaac Nauta. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Hill. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Hey, wahoo!
58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. The catch is made by the tight end, Nauta. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 1st down, it's Griffith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Durham. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Come on. Hey, hold. Twitch. Watch Twitch.
On 2nd down now, it's Griffith, and he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Round 80!
52's the mic. That's what I do.
Alert!
52, right 52. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Hey, orbit!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Allen. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. All day, baby. All day. 51's the mic, boy. 51.
Hey, Alpha.
Get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Hit it.
On second down and 4, Jones looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Stills the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hey, Mike 52. Watch the run.
On first down, it's Griffith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
319.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Kill. 22 jet bomber. Regular.
Throwing on second down. Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 52.
Throwing is Allen on third. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Bucky Hodges, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Jones. It's complete. Stills. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Switch!
Look at me, zipper!
This is Smith. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
They're running it.
5.
Now Jones operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 21. Now Jones. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Everyone's got 4 down.
Hey, zoom!
58, come on. 58, come on.
Ready?
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
58 to Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Right over there.
Shoot.
On second and goal, Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, but now it's third and goal.
Brings up third down and 4.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Here we go.
Now.
Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Bravo.
58's the money. 58's the money. Hey.
Jones now going to throw on third and goal. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make it 24-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31.
Ringo. Hey, Mike 50%.
And an alley to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 52 right here. Rabbit. Mike 52. What's the curl?
Throwing on first down is Allen. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
I don't think you got it, son. 52's the mic.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the... Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Delta.
Allen to throw once more. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Parker, the intended target.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
General West. Hey, Echo. 5.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped the pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
High 7.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. You got nothing today.
Look at me. Door.
Check. Lucky.
Get it.
Here's Jones to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height.
Check.
Protein spill.
They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Here's Allen to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Allen going to go on 4th down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
319. Check 52's the mic. Come to my work. We want it.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Again, it's Smith. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
80 weapon. Hey, Charlie. Leo. Hey, lock it.
Watch the edge.
Ready?
Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the former Dolphin All-Pro Olivier Vernon in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
You think you're going to get this? Tighten up. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Hard.
You don't want none. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Going deep here for Parker. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Where's 52? 52's the mic. Watch twist. Hey, look. Pass 85.
They'll run on 1st down. Griffith will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Back to the mic. Go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what
You
happened
think that
there.
factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 12.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Bills take over.
We play to win.
At their own
Let's go.
20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Push him back. Push him back. 50 cheese and Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Let's go.
To the air, Allen. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hodges. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
A big play here for Buffalo. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
That's a big shot. Check 3.
Tyler, 64, weak.
Allen now looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, baby.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Jerome Baker, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Hey, back ready. Middle. I smell fear in that offense. What's that?
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. Mike 52. Mike 52. Time to go.
Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw on second down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Ready. 70, Indy. Get it.
Jones to throw on third down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just about on his own goal line. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 43 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
At the 4-yard line.
Mike 5-2. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Watch the shift.
Second down and goal. Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line.
'52's
319.
52's the mic. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Regular.
On 3rd down, it's Griffith. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no doubt
Maybe some
about
pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we've learned.
Go crazy.
We have learned the Madden way of doing things.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message.